Alrighty, here we have a flooded area, which is starting to compromise the road. Road is really soft here, sinking, and it's a result of the loggers being messy. They have all kinds of debris blocking this drainage ditch, preventing all this from getting to the culvert. So this water is deciding to cross the street instead of going in the culvert. Pull over. So the water is supposed to be going in this culvert using this drainage ditch, which most of it is, but the water table is extremely high, so it's making this mud which will eventually wash out the road. All I gotta do is make a little cut right here through that pile of junk and another right there, and we'll be able to drain back instead of this happening. It's slowly gonna cause a lot of damage, but if I get this out of here, this will drain back and dry up in a day. That's pretty stinky because it's been sitting a while. Now that little adjustment I just made is going to drop the water about 3 inches, so it gets it off the road until the next time they do maintenance. Now one more dam, which is causing water to go over the road, that's why you see that sitting water, is right here. Get that one out of the way. And there we go. That one was kind of tough because that's packed with excavators driving back and forth, putting logs on a truck. That's what all this got packed from. This is all bark and scraps. The loggers didn't want. Now this is allowed to drop down a few inches to stop it from coming on the road. This logging road has already been logged. They might not use this for another decade. And small issues like that, they'll just keep getting worse until they go across the whole road. Which doesn't make any sense either, because they allow you to use these roads recreationally because it keeps them open. But when they were done logging, they should have just simply gave all this stuff a push back up to the side, and the ditch will take decades and decades to fill in. Chances are they'll use it again before that happens. But look at all the good flow we just created from knocking out those 2 little dams. We'll give that a little while, and then we'll check back on this. This road will start to dry out now after a few days and become more firm now that it's able to drop back. We just created a bunch of water that's going to slowly clean itself up. And when we got here, you saw there was a little bit of trickle going through the culvert, meaning this is being fed by groundwater. It wasn't just sitting. Can already see an improvement. Now let's go back down to the culvert. That smells bad. That water's been sitting there with all that bark rotting. It smells really bad what I just stirred up because the bacteria cycle isn't working yet. It's too early in the year. All right, we just started some good current here. That's some really stinky, nasty water that's been being held up. It's pretty chilly out this morning. Now the other side, I'm not sure if that suds was there. I think I just created that. Suds is created by decomposing plant matter. It makes a film that you can like blow bubbles with. I'm pretty sure that's what I just stirred up. And look at this whole drainage ditch. Without a care, they just left it like that. It shouldn't cause too much of a hazard because this whole pipe is out of the ground. But it does leave sitting water around to help the mosquito population. All right. It's actually starting to run cleaner now because the silt is cleaned out. Not much silt. And up here, getting everything out of the path of the water so it can't make another dam easily. Yep, it's still dropping, and now we actually have a little bit of elevation on the road, so these puddles can go away. That was different. Here we go, water's starting to run clean. That happened faster than I thought it would. Hey everyone, today we have a massive clog here. Just take a look at this. We got a culvert pipe here. Looks to be maybe 2 feet diameter. Look at the other end. Can't see any daylight. That's just slipping through the ground what you see trickling. And this one is completely useless. Look at that. See all that damage in there? We're not even gonna mess with this one. I think that black one is the new one when that one failed. And that marker is not even in the right place. We're gonna drain back this big puddle of water, which isn't supposed to be here. And you can see it actually causes problems during storms. It looks like it crosses here. Let's prevent that, and everything going downstream here will dry up. Let's get moving. All right, I've opened it up enough that it has stopped trickling down the street using the drainage ditch. But also something else I'm noticing is, you saw when I opened just the top of it, it was like whoosh, whoosh. But now that I've opened up more like half of it, it's very unnoticeable, but by the clouds in the water, it's making an undertow. But yes, it definitely did slow down. And the reason it slowed down is because this thing is crushed somewhere under the ground. So now that I opened it up all the way, it can't take its full diameter worth. But yes, it definitely is improved, but it's crushed somewhere underground. Now, when you saw me there trying to lift up, the inlet structure is kind of broken. It was just put in sloppy. Because this one is really deep in the ground. It only has to be half its diameter deep. This thing is more than twice. But as you can see, the entire thing is crushed. Digging more isn't going to do anything. But as you can see, we stopped it from going down any further. It's improved. I guess that's good. Definitely blasting more than it was. But, come on. You're fitting 2 inches of water through a 4-inch or through a 2-foot pipe. I still can't see daylight. Yeah, there's a collapse in there. Definitely improved it, but this thing needs to be replaced.